say, I've been in the industry. I love music. I'm gonna create music all day, but I still blame the record labels and the radio stations for being the ones to entertain all this violent type content. Once again, to make these kids feel that that's the only way they're gonna be heard and signed.
Yeah,
that's who I'm blaming it on.
It's like they took the Big and Pac death and made a movement out of it. Like a music movement. I like,
Wow.
the bigger, like the dissing people to get on has became a genre of music, drill music.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's still a gangster music, but now niggas is talking about, yo, we smoking on this nigga, niggas running up in niggas' funerals and grabbing the body and like.
And see, that's the thing about it. Big and Pac, man. Neither one of them dudes were living that life, man.
They were not gangsters.
They wasn't living that. But, Big told some of the dopest gangster stories. Goddamn Niggas Bleed, still one of my dopest songs. We all know that wasn't Christopher Wallace in that. It may be some other names that to protect the innocent. But Biggie wasn't even affiliated with no gang. And Pac would have been cool until he started running around with Death Row, which was mostly Pyros, and he started,
started thinking he was a goddamn.
He started twisting his fingers, and he started claiming. I didn't never hear Pop claim blood or nothing, but he was running with the mob.
MOB.
He was MOB. And honestly, man, and from him being with the ground that Pac had laid, man, to where he really, even some of his biggest fans, I know me and a lot of other cats I know who love and Pac, but when he started going in on Biggie with Hit 'Em Up, and then he started going in on Dr. Dre.
Yeah.
A lot of folk were like, hey, man, dude, it's getting out of hand. And everybody felt that something was coming, bro.
Yeah.
A lot of people felt that.
I ain't gonna even lie to you. When he came home from jail and was going that big, I didn't hear All Eyes on Me in Machiavelli until after he was dead.
Wow.
I couldn't even listen to him. You know what I'm saying? All Eyes on Me, I didn't listen to that album until he was dead. That's how much of a big fan I was.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So.
Oh, boy, I just got this in Vegas, right?
Yeah.
This is a phone charger / case.
Yeah, I got one of those.
Yeah, so I just hit this button, and that shit just charged my shit right back up.
You was about to die.
Yeah, nigga, I was analog album, boy. I reach into some digital shit when I feel like it, nigga. But now, straight up, so that whole, man, and I'm when that gang life and that gang culture starting to get intertwined into the music industry, man, that changed a lot, man. And then you got people who will come with this shit. Well, the mobsters been running the music business since day one. Do not get gangs mixed up with mobsters.
Right.
Organized crime.
Right.
Stop. Don't put those. Those are two different harnesses, man. They're harnessed in totally different directions, man. So organized crime, which is the mob, like you say, who's running the music industry, that's a whole nother thing. Them boys wear suits every day. They sit behind desks. They know business. So don't align mobsters with street gangs.
Right.
So when I say that, that's the first thing they say, man, the gang's been a part of the. No, that ain't the same thing.
No, not at all. Because they ain't even got the gangs don't even got no organization.
But even in the 80s, even in the mid 80s, let's say when a lot of these labels started popping out of Florida, we had some of them labels were started by big time dope boys.
Right.
But they were still handling business. They were strictly selling records.
Right.
The boys were out here killing people.
Right.
They weren't out here calling shots, man. Them boys were really putting records out.
Right.
Shit.
That's a big
Sugar
difference.
Hill. I think there was some hustlers back then who started Sugar Hill.
Yeah.
The Robinsons.
Sylvia Robinson.
Okay, there was some hustler guys, but they was handling business, so they wasn't around here twisting their fingers. They wasn't doing no drive-by. They wasn't doing none of that. They wasn't shooting down their ops. These guys, but they came from the streets, but they took their money and started labels with it and changed lives, which is, dude, them, I ain't gonna say they had a chance, because they may get out. You never know. But they had a chance to really change a lot of lives, bro.
Yeah. They did change some lives, but
it didn't get rolling though. They just got started.
Yeah, I was going to say, but that time got cut short. So, but they did get to affect a lot of people's lives.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but just think, Thug had just signed about 10 artists. They just gave him a big deal. That's why when I saw Kevin Liles in the court crying, I'm like, all right.
And she talking about she might bring up charges on them.
Yeah,
on Kevin Liles in them.
I heard.
Yeah. So really, Kevin Liles tried to get up on the stand and keep it real on some Dame Dash shit. Now, Fanny like, oh, y'all want to support that? We got you too.
Yeah, I heard some things, some laws that's out there that kind of align with some people being able to sue them later on. I heard Vlad talking about it actually.
Yeah.
And but you know, shout out to Kevin Liles. You know, he put some work in out here in the music business. I remember the big Kevin Liles, who gut used to be way out here when he was at Def Jam.
Yeah, so he got the gastric bypass and sucked it all out. That's a whole nother story. He didn't go to the gym. You know me, I keep it real. He didn't go to the gym. Dame Dash got it sucked out. Biggs got it sucked out. Who else?
Oh, wow.
Al Sharpton.
The gastric bypass. Yeah, okay.
Kanye got it too. Like
Kanye needed that?
He got a tummy tuck on one of them shits.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when I saw Kevin Liles in court and saying that he'll put all his money up, I'm sitting here like, man,
you better be careful.
Better be careful. And
his
you don't live down here, man. You don't know what happened down here, man. You don't know how many moms still trying to figure out who killed their kids, man. And that's on both sides. Like, so for you to be saying, you know, get this man out, nah, you need to come down here and find out what's really going on before you start trying to free people, man.
And the dumbest shit he says, like, yo, I stand on that on the business level and on the personal level. That's where he fucked up. He could have kept that shit business.
Damn.
Now, when you said personal, now you fucked up, Kevin.
Yeah, you're reaching into a whole nother thing.
She could pull you in.
Wow.